Hey Knights, my name is Augustus Nag, and I'll be the host for this week's Nightly News. Today is November 7th, and the weather today is looking to be partly cloudy. On top of that, it appears to be pretty cold, so every once in a while, wear a sweater. And now, time for the joke of the day. I know what you're thinking. Where is the obligatory November joke talking about the Thanksgiving Day? Well, I won't bore you with that. Instead, I'll tell you a story. My sister went to my aunt's house and she was admiring her necklaces, and to her surprise, my aunt said, I'm leaving it to you in my will." My sister accidentally said, "Oh, wow, I can't wait for that to happen." I'll leave you off with that. In the meantime, we'll move on to our history segment of the day.
Good day, Village Knights. I'm Diego Estrada bringing you this week's historical facts. Great molasses flood disaster in Boston that occurred after a storage tank collapsed on January 15, 1919, sending more than 2 million gallons of molasses flowing through the city's north end. The deluge caused people extensive damage and killed 21 people. At the time, industrial alcohol, then made from fermented molasses, was highly profitable. It was used to make munitions and other weaponry for World War I. The tank's immense size reflected the demand. Numerous lawsuits were filed in the wake of the disaster. While victims alleged that the tank was not safe, USIA claimed that it had been sabotaged by evilly disposed persons. In 1925, however, it was ruled that the tank was unsound and USIA was ordered to pay damages. In addition, the disaster resulted in stricter construction codes being adopted by states across the country. Now let's pass it on to the next segment.
Hello Knights, today is November 7th, and here's some current events that have been happening in our world.
On Saturday, October 29 of 2022, a Halloween celebration in Seal, one of the deadliest peacetime catastrophes in the country's recent history, resulted in at least 149 fatalities and 150 injuries after a sizable Halloween gathering that was crushed as many as 100 people, according to local news media, had crowded the winding lanes of the Itaewon nightlife district on Saturday evening for Halloween festivities, making it one of the noisiest events of the year in the nation's capital, where the crowd rush occurred.
That's all Knights, and now moving on to cultural highlights.
Hey Knights, my name is Julia Nunez, and this is Cultural Highlights. This whole month of November is Native American Heritage Month. We acknowledge the contribution of Native people during this month. Also, November 11th is Veterans Day. This holiday celebrates the men and women who served in the U.S. Armed Forces on the anniversary of the end of World War I. This concludes Cultural Highlights. Next to the upcoming events.
Thank you, student activities and upcoming events. So we with Ryan Strong. What are your special talents? I play the drums. How long have you been doing that talent? For about 2 years now. Do you have any advice for those who are watching?
If you want to get good at something, keep practicing.
Alright, thank you. Now I'll pass it on to Staff Spotlight.
Thank you, Student Spotlight.
Today we are here with Mrs. Portia Young.
What is your job here at Village?
My job is the librarian media technician.
What are some of the primary rules you want students to follow while in the library?
Honestly, I want the students to be comfortable in the library. My major rule is to conduct your behavior and to just be kind to others. But for the most part, I want all students to behave as they belong.
What are some hobbies you have outside of school?
Outside of school, I love to paint. I love roller skating. I love hiking. I love pretty much anything that has to do with going outside, outdoors, mischief, I guess you can say, or just discovering the atmosphere and the environment.
Have you been a librarian in other schools?
Yes. The very first school that I was librarian was Diamond Ranch High School. Actually, it was Roosevelt Elementary, then Diamond Ranch, then Cortez, Pomona, and now Village.
How long have you been a lifeguard?
That's a good question. I believe I started within this position in 2010. So a little shy over 11 years, or maybe 12.
Can you tell us why you decided to become a librarian?
Sure. This position was actually given to me. It was a position thrust upon me because unfortunately our district was going through layoffs. And because they understood that I love working with students and I'm just a humanitarian altogether, they thought it would be a great position for me to be able to assist teachers, students, as well as staff and administrators. So when I was asked to become part of the team, I joined, and I'm so happy that I have because I met a lot of great students, a lot of great staff members, just as they suggested. And I feel like I've been a major part of our district since then.
Well, thank you, Ms. Portia, for being part of our staff spotlight.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
Now on to birthday shout-outs.
This is week's nightly news. We got birthday shout outs. Happy birthday to Valeria Leon, Luis Cardenas, Jimmy Trent, Destiny Ramirez, and Mauricio Sanchez.
Adrian Samplos, Juan Chavez, Ashley Morales, Brian Serrano, Brian Medina. Thank you for watching us this week, Nightly News.